What's up, people? Yeah, we live. What's going on, people? Again, we're in the YouTube live, so I don't know if anybody's in here, but if you are, smack that like. Show some love. I can never tell the numbers. Not in YouTube. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. I am wearing the hat of the only true news in the world, The Onion. TheOnion.com. People, read it. It's the only real news out there. So, got my trusty sidekick Bodie here. Bodie, what's up? Say hi, Bodie. Bodie. B, Super B. Super. Hey. Yeah. Well, he's not in the mood to look at you guys right now. Tony, I was about to grab for it, but there was a screw up, and I actually flagged it, so they marked it taken. But that one had it said one stop to the Springs. It went up to 160, but then it's inside of it. It said 2 stops, and when I called on it, it's actually there's an accident in that one. There's a problem with that one, so they're fixing it. It was a 2-stop one, and it was more miles than it showed, so that's not actually a real offer. They're getting it corrected. Smack that like, guys, if you're in here, please. But right afterwards, I saw a rebound one come back through for, I think it's like 11 miles for like $42 or something. And it's in Commerce City that I'm picking it up. Yeah, Tony, if you ever see one that says in the order, it says one. If you see that most hot shots are 1 stop. Sometimes there are ones that are scheduled that are 2 stops or whatever, or there are even ones that pop up hot shot that say 2 stops. But if you ever see one that says 1 stop, and then in the queue part, and then when you tap the details, you go into the details and it says 2 stops. Call that in right away, because if somebody else takes, if you take it or somebody else takes it, what it does is the miles will change. It's something that they're aware of and they're working on, but like whatever it's at 80 some miles is actually like 114 miles, which changes the skew. I might have still even done it, but they have to re-enter it into the system because that's a Curri end mistake, not a customer end mistake with the multi-stops. But they're aware of it. They're taking care of it. Trust me, they don't like how many I call in about that alone. And then there's a group of us that do it too. And then those of us in the Facebook group who are moderators for Curri, we call that, there's a lot of people who call that stuff out, and yet we got to like diffuse it in Facebook, but at the same time, I take up those issues with the team. So, what's up, Zolo? What's up, Rick? How you guys doing? What's up, everybody? Oh, smack that like if you're in here, please. I can't ever tell how many people are in when I'm live on YouTube, but I guess I don't need to either. I got my trusty sidekick Bodie with me. Sometimes on the morning ones and stuff, I'm cramming in so much stuff I really don't take him. Plus, he doesn't like getting up at 4:30, just like I don't. So, but right now he's up and he's totally aware and he's loving it. So sometimes the hot shots in the day he can come. Baby. Bodie, sit. Come on, bub. Sit down, boy. But if that had been a one-stop, Tony, I was all over that. I was going to grab that. That one was worth taking if it was one stop, and if the mapping was correct and stuff. Even though I tell you I don't like to go to Colorado Springs, that one would have been, if it had been correct and not 2 stops, it would have been $1 a mile there and $1 a mile coming back. So clearly I would have taken that. Hey, what's up, traveler? How you doing? What, Bodie? What? Do you wonder why I'm talking to the phone? Bodie, come here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hey, everybody. What's up? That's my trusty sidekick, Bodie. Anybody else? What's up? What's up, DJ? How you doing? Is what a Sherman-Williams was the one going to Colorado Springs? Sherman-Williams? I doubt it, because it said, if you notice, it said, I don't know if you saw the details, but it said one item, whatever, 243 pounds. That's not how Sherman-Williams SKU works. So, I mean, realistically, that is probably a one item 240, it's one 243 pound item. And if you noticed, there wasn't a hand load unload. So in that one, they would have loaded your car for you and unloaded it the other side. So that one even was more magic. You know what I mean? Because not only was it just the drive, it was paying $1 a mile both ways, but it also, you weren't going to have to do any of the lifting, which I don't mind doing. But when it's one item at 243, it's probably going to be, first of all, it's going to be an awkward item. So I don't even, I'm always willing to help. I don't mind if I get down there and, they're like, oh, we don't have 2 people here. I'll always help them. I just don't want to be stuck with one 243 pound item myself, having to deal with that crap. So, and unlike what is it, Bungie, one of my new most hated apps is Bungie, and a lot of it probably comes from Gig Geezer. Whenever he's on the Wednesday live stream, he sees a lot of the crap with Bungie, and I've only seen such a minuscule amount because Bungie does try and work with larger vehicles mostly. But to be honest, Geezer has these text wars with the Bungie team, and they actually engage him. And sometimes I think they're funny, and there's going to be no outcome to this, but it's pretty weird because he's actually said, nah, I ain't doing that for $50, or $50 for 2 people. I don't have 2 people, but I'll do it for 250 alone. And then this text string goes on for a while. You can tell Bungie's trying to get somebody else to do it, but then definitely not all the time, but maybe, I don't know, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 15 times. He does this as a strategy with Bungie. It's the only strategy to use with Bungie. And sometimes they do get back to him and say, fine, you just do it for 250. So it's one of the biggest problems with the Bungie app is that 80% of its work requires that you have 2 people in the car. That's a big problem right there. To me, that's almost that's a game, not a game changer. That's a game ender for, hold on guys, I gotta check the map. But that's a game ender. I mean, none of us travel, what's up Shane? None of us travel with two people in the some odd bucks to move 1,400 pounds, 10 miles. Each of you are getting $48. Forget that. Plus, what are you going to do? Hang out all day with another person in your car waiting for horrible Bungie offers? It sounds awful. But as Geezer points out, he's yeah, sometimes they take them, and he's not reliant on that. He's all reliant on the other ones that actually are real apps. that actually pay money, like they should. But Bodie, that's going up. Hey, watch it. Watch your face. Watch your face. Yeah. So, but yeah, he's reliant on the real apps, and so he sees really good offers, but like he still keeps Bungie, and like I said, he does that as an actual strategy. It seems really sad to me that he has to do that, but it's also hilarious to me that it works. Like, no, I'm not going to do that for $50, and I'm not going to find another person for $50 to help me. Instead, I'll do it for $250 alone, and they go back and forth with him. He showed me these text strings; they're hilarious. No, well, we're going to still, maybe we could offer a little more to both people. He's like, I don't have two people, but I'm telling you, I'll do it alone for $250. And this just continues for a while, and if they don't find somebody to bite on that bad order, they'll end up going, okay, well, if you can do it for $250, we'll give it to you. And what is that? So I can tell you this, Geezer will tell you this, you guys, Bungie is the one app not even worth bothering signing up for. Don't even bother. It is the worst app of all time. Nothing comes through in any market. Even the markets that Bungie does well in, they are just the most awful. They're worse than, they're 2 times as bad as Rodeo. And I say that meaning I don't even consider Bungie an app anymore. I consider it a rude joke. So my experience with Delivered, you could ask Tony. Tony has more. Oh, you're asking Shane too. But you can ask Tony. Tony's done probably more Delivereds here in Colorado than the rest of the people in here. Yeah, and it's spelled Bungii is the app, but you guys don't even bother with it. And I never say that about an app. I always tell you, check in your market. I'm telling you, I've been on the Bungie forums, on the Bungie posting boards. Everybody hates the damn app. So that app will be going out of business very soon. It's doing just god awful. It takes the complete trash offers, and Bungie's the one that rips you off, and they put, if there's a delivery fee, they'll put delivery fee to the customer on top of all the other fees, $200, and then they only pay the 2 drivers $100. So they're taking processing, they're taking whatever other line item charges they have, and then on the delivery, they're showing it as a delivery charge, but they're taking half the delivery charge before they give it over to the customers. So, almost to the pickup. And just so you guys know, I mean, we have very tough officers here in Colorado, but I'm driving behind a Cadillac right now with temporary tags that say September 1st, 2022. Unbelievable. Can I make a citizen's arrest? Can I do that? I want to, like, pull this guy over, slap him, hand him his fake plate, tell him to go get a real one. Oh, I gotta switch over and see what set 100. Okay, that's right here. All right. So not an entrance, not an entrance, not an entrance. Oh, a lot of not an entrances. There's a will call. Here, Bodie, you stay. I'll be back. You guys can come with me. What's up, Bodie? You stay in here. I'll be back. It's weird, I've never been here before.
No, that's fine. I want to show the sample. No reason for it. Yeah, Right. We have 300 at Spring Pueblo. And somewhere.
I'm not driving to Colorado since to carry 130 kilos in the back of my picture. Ain't happening. So I'm gonna tell him I hope he likes Weatherwood.
Yeah.
There's Weatherwood and there's Weatherwood. Did I tell you there's Weatherwood? Yeah, good color.
He's state great, man. Good, okay.
How much more is a certitude Northgate than what I'm buying?
The difference is you don't know.
Oh, even better. God forbid that you sent me an email so that I would give money, back if I bought a whole bunch of certitude. Did I send you the email back?
What about that one?
I'll send it to these two guys.
Yeah, there you go. Get some use with it.
Okay, so I'm going with Weatherwood.
Yep.
I'm just gonna text him, I'm not even gonna drive over to his house. It's Strasburg.
Oh, yeah, Strasburg.
Not to tell him that he gets Weatherwood. What time do you open Monday morning?
7.
I will see you early,
Okay.
because I need to load shit.
Okay.
Can I call at 7 and get it built? Okay, cool. I'll let these guys, he looks like he's in a hurry. I'm gonna take these back. These are.
We're just had to help hold up.
Colors other than Weatherwood. And the.
Alright, I'm gonna print this out for you and we'll get you out of here.
Remotely get the color you want on your roof. I got plenty of Weatherwood. No, one thing.
One from you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Should I just wait out here?
Yep.
All right. This blue RAV4 over here. I don't know if you all were hearing that, but there was some pissed off people in there. That place, I will avoid this place for sure. People were nice enough, but they're completely unorganized, especially for an outfit this size. Ridiculous. But then the customers were being unruly too. That one guy was being a dick. If you guys didn't hear, he said there was a woman behind the desk, and she said that she had one of the Daylight Donuts or Voodoo Donuts boxes on her desk. And those boxes, if you're not familiar with Denver and whatnot, or you don't have a Voodoo Donuts, say great things come in little pink boxes. And the guy who was pissed off in front of me, who didn't get his order, said he said something to her and I didn't hear it. And then she said, "Excuse me, what?" And he goes, "I wasn't talking to you." He goes, "I don't care about you." He goes, "I was just wondering about that little pink box." And I was like, what an asshole, dude. And if you guys even heard, even the guy who was working there was like, you don't have to be a dick about it. Like, it was pretty weird. This whole experience has been very weird. Literally almost never the case too. Like you guys know, you guys see a lot of the curries I do. It's almost never the case that it's a problem. That was actually, the people here were very nice. They just don't have their stuff together. And there was a lot of people waiting, so. You stay there, bud. You stay there. Yeah. moving the cables. Hey, what's up, Josh? Yeah, hit that leg. What's up, Derek? Totally, Rick. That's exactly what it was, too. This guy was just bitter. I mean, when I came in, he was the one talking, and he seemed funny enough until it turned from the guy at the desk to the girl who was working at a desk behind the working desk, or behind who takes the orders and whatnot. So I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. Thank you, boss. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, you too. That was cool, though. Normally you don't have a forklift come out to the car to actually bring the stuff. So that experience was very weird. I guess the part that was the weirdest is just that customer. Actually, it's not even the place. It was just, the place was unorganized. But that customer talking to that girl that way, Jesus. I mean, I wanted to remove the guy. I wanted to grab him and go, dude, get the hell out of here, man. You don't talk to people that way. I don't know. I think we need to start stopping this candy-ass world crap. Getting pretty sick of it, to be honest. People need to be accountable for being assholes, so. Hold on, I gotta flip over and see this order. All right, I'm back, guys. Hey, Super B. Hey, what's up, Digi Nomad? How's everybody doing today? How's the delivery app performance this afternoon? Hey, what's up, JP? How you doing? I've had a long week, you guys. Well, I'm still rocking out the orders, so I'm still rocking it out today. Trying to grab a few more curries this afternoon. Fridays have been really good for curry lately. And the fluctuating weather's been good too, because paint slows down when it gets real cold. As those in the chat from Colorado know, we've had our share of weather here lately. And guys, we refer to 4 seasons in a day. It doesn't even apply to Wyoming and other states that surround us. It's really only Colorado that has that really craziness of weather. But we literally got pounded with snow. I went up snowboarding last weekend, and we got pounded with snow even here in the city. And the temperatures were wicked low, and now it's 71 degrees here today. So it's Denver for you. I'm about to turn onto the longest road, the longest street in the country. You guys know what it is? Trivia time. Do you know what it is? Smack that like if you know what it is, and then put it in the chat. I already gave away them in Denver, so that should help. Tony must be being nice and letting you guys actually have a chance at this question because he knows it. I'm sure Shane knows it. I'm sure Derek knows it. We all live here. Well, I mean, Shane's in Colorado Springs, but he's still probably as familiar with this question. Oh, good job, JP. Was that which app was that? Was that through one of the companies that you connected with through ParaWorks? Guys, that's a whole thing too. ParaWorks isn't just ParaWorks. ParaWorks can serve as a connection. Can serve as a connection for you guys to. Damn it. But ParaWorks can serve as a connection to take you to other apps that you can directly work with. So, I mean, most of the ParaWorks orders come through as just ParaWorks, but sometimes those companies actually reach out to you independently. And I know JP, or I believe JP's had some experience with that through the Para app and then getting turned on to a company just like Bud Soda was too, and some other people too, but those are just names you guys know. Did everybody see the Delivered thing yesterday? You guys see Delivered? I know it wasn't the CEO. We will have Chris Heffernan on December 7th on the Para one. Other than next Thursday where we have ParaWorks people who have done more than 50 ParaWorks orders. So we will have a panel next week of people who have done 50 or more ParaWorks orders. And but we will have Chris Heffernan back on December 7th. We did have their CSO yesterday, their Chief Strategy Officer, Ashley, who she was great, especially with the fact that she filled in last minute. She did great. I found out 2 hours before the interview it wouldn't be Chris and it would be Ashley, so I took all my questions for Chris, copied them, moved them over to a different document, and so those I still have. I'll probably have to revise them a bit since we covered some of it yesterday, but I revised it yesterday to be more towards the CSO. Since she does strategy, that's kind of what Alice at Curri does, and so I was able to think in terms of what would I ask Alice now that I've known her so well, that she can answer without it just being a bunch of answers she can't do. And I think Ashley did a great job, especially for she got that late notice too, and I thought she did great. So if you didn't see it, check it out. I think it was it gives you a good understanding of Delivered. At one point, I thought she proposed a great question. I was really impressed when I said, can people expect to see more orders, or what can they do in their area? Because it is like Curri Delivered from what I know about it. Again, I don't have the experience with it that I do with Curri, not even close. I am on Delivered, but I mean, it's kind of new to our city even, so, but we were kind of talking about how it's more top shelf orders, and that's the deal. And then she even said, would you guys rather see some bad orders too? She's like, cause she's like, I get tons of bad orders that I could put on there. She goes, we just don't want to show those to you guys. I thought that was a great question. Yeah, do you want the worst orders? I mean, do you want to see the crap that's on other platforms? Or would you rather they just are only trying and landing clients who pay well? Personally, me, I'd rather Delivered stick with doing top shelf orders. I don't want to see them doing crap.
We are audio and video recording this.
I mean, I don't want to see junk orders on Delivered. It would change the face of how I view the platform. I'd rather see less volume, but all good, decent to good to great offers. I don't want to see crap orders on that platform. It might give me a different opinion of the platform itself. That's just my opinion, but there's enough platforms out there where, like what was I talking about before I stopped and picked up that load? Bungie is the worst app ever. So Bungie, if you're listening, it's not even worth trying to fix it. Just throw in the towel. You guys suck. Straight up. I mean, you're worse than Rodeo. Require 2 people. The app is such a joke. It's such a joke. And this isn't it's not just my market. I talk to people all over, and Geezer is in South Carolina. He's ripped on it beyond belief. We've explored the intricacies of the awfulness of Bungie. One day I'll write a book on all the last mile, maybe all the gig apps, where I write 2 to 3 pages on every gig app, summary of how they started, the company's direction, how the trajectory went for drivers, how customers feel about it. Give them all a grade. I'll give them all a Rodeo grade. And just so you know, no, there's no sliding scale. What's up, guys? So I don't know if I saw anybody other than JP say how their week is going. I know you guys, I know people are struggling bad on DoorDash. And actually, I've been doing some really, like I was saying, they can't even get the trash taken out anymore. What's up, Kim? Kim! And Bodie, yes. I'm just doing some curry. Out and about. Thought I'd take Bodie with me. I don't take them out on the morning runs because there's just sometimes I got too much paint. I even sometimes using the front a little bit, so I never know. And it's not like it's not professional in the afternoon, but it's a lot more lax. And sometimes like this order I saw, 4-6 items at 10 pounds each. It didn't say what it was, but I'm like, that won't be much. It actually is just some wood in a box, so. Was it your delivered catering order? Kim, have you heard the delivered conversation from yesterday? Just check it out. We covered a lot, actually. Hey, Tony, if you're still in here, dude, I'm kind of down in your neck of the woods. Just FYI, man. Don't know where you're at, but... need to get Zach to change his channel name to Zach Drives Slow. And I'll change mine to Steve Drives Fast, because I do drive fast sometimes. But Zach drives slow. What's up, Zach? If you're listening, what's up, buddy? And I was kidding, I wouldn't change my channel to Steve Drives Fast, but Zach does admittedly drive slow, you guys. If you ever ask him, he will even tell you he drives slow. So I'm not dissing on him, I'm just being honest. That's good. So the Carnifage, you're saying in Vegas, Uber Eats has picked up. Skipcart had some interesting stuff. So that makes me curious though. So are you didn't, I noticed you didn't mention DoorDash. How is everybody with DoorDash doing? Hey Levi, welcome. We don't, please refrain from putting religious text into the chat, please. We don't allow religion or politics in this. Appreciate you. And everybody, let's smack that thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, please. I see somebody took their thumbs up away. Ooh, interesting. Okay. DoorDash, Kim's saying DoorDash is okay. You're like the first person to, I'm not kidding, Kim, you're the first person to say that to me this week. Like even people who usually say good and maybe at very worst say okay, they've said to me this week horrible, awful, and last week too, both weeks. And with the customer base loss of 20%, 1/5 of their customer base volume is down for the last 2 months. Makes it pretty hard to understand how this company's going anywhere. I know they're new. We were talking, Kim, you were there, and we were talking about the tip option screen now. You know, I think you're right. I think that if anything, it's not going to help people get better tips. If anything, it's going to make these people who don't tip $1 because of that screen, which is as bad as no dollars in my book. I mean, I know that every dollar matters, but to be honest, if they're going to put something up like that so that they can show their investors, hey, 90% of our customers tip. Yeah, because you added a screen that makes them understand that they'll get cold food unless they put $1 tip on there. That's kind of ridiculous. Well, be careful, bud. What's up, buddy? What's up? I think I'm gonna have to wash my car today. Yeah, see, what Josh put is what I'm hearing from everybody. Like, I mean, not those same numbers, but about that same type of dramatic change. You know, and maybe Josh isn't putting in as many hours with DoorDash active time either. Neither are some of the people I know. Luckily, everybody I know who even still does gig work does multi-app, even if they do predominantly DoorDash. But that's really wearing off now. People are starting to try out other apps. And we've been saying that forever. Try out other apps. I mean, Kim last night, Kim's on 16 apps, you guys. You guys on 16 apps? I mean, that's pretty I know Kim doesn't like necessarily have everyone on every day at every time. We talked about that a little bit last night too. But she has 16 active apps. That's more than I have even. And I have a lot. I test out a lot of apps. See, Kim, you're not nearly as skewed on DoorDash then as other people I know. So if you normally make, what, 11 to 13 a week, you say on DoorDash, and you're on track to make 1,000 this week, that's like a minimal bad week to me. Like that's a hiccup in your work. But most people are telling me, like, maybe not exactly like 2/3 hit, like Josh said, but a lot of people are telling me they can't make even half of what they did the last 2 weeks on the DoorDash platform. So if they work 50 hours a week and they do primarily DoorDash, and they normally make, let's say, 1,200 on DoorDash, they're telling me they're making $650 now. That's what I'm hearing across the board, all markets. And I've checked in with a lot of Dashers this week. It's really, really sad what DoorDash is doing. And of course, I mean, look, they have the most platform workers than any platform out there. So of course they're going to be facing bigger challenges and bigger problems than any other platform out there, because order volume for delivering food can't keep up forever, you guys. I mean, not that it'll be gone, but it can't keep up forever. I mean, we're in a recession. We're coming up on holidays. People are being laid off or fired. They're coming onto the gig economy. We're oversaturated times 10. So I mean, it's, you can't keep expecting $50 orders and stuff like that. It's not going to be happening anymore. You might get some around the holidays, but everybody's going to have to lower their expectations on DoorDash. And I know people probably don't want to hear that, but it's just being honest. You're going to have to lower your expectations with DoorDash on what you earn. At least some, in all markets, from what I can tell, even in Kim's. Zach. Wait, what's up, Zach? So Zach, see, I do think that YouTube alerts people somehow. Like somehow it popped it up in Zach's feed when I just even said his name. I said, I'm going to change my channel to Steve Drives Fast, because you need to change yours to Zach Drives Slow, because admittedly you drive slow. It was a joke. But look at it, it summoned you. It'd be like me saying, like, okay, let's try this and see if this works. So, did you guys know that Pedro DoorDash Santiago is changing his name to Pedro Uber Santiago? Now let's see if Pedro appears. Appreciate you guys being here, though. Hit that like if you're just stopping in even for a minute. Smack that like for me. And yeah, Zach, I got my boy with me today. Phoebe, what's up? Yeah. He's partnering this ride with me, so. Oh, he is. He loves going with me for daytime curries. He just sits and puts his head on the railing and enjoys the sun. Not you guys. I was to the car. Bodie does donate. Bodie DoorDash Santiago. That's what I'll call it. Whenever we get to the city streets, he's always got to stand up and he's got a smile on his face. He's standing up looking. He's helping me find the address. We're close, bud. Close. We're close. It looks like we're going to a residential house. Let's see, who else could we summon here? You know, like UDM delivers, UDM. You know, UDM. Let's see if that gets UDM's attention on the algorithm and if it pops up in his feed. What's up, UDM? Yeah, we're close, Bodie. It says 1/10 of a mile, man. Alright, should be this one? No. Try this next one. Is this it? I'm confused if this is the... Oh, I see. Oh, this is like a true castle. Literally. Wow. These people are rich. Let's see, which one is it? 16805. Hold on, let me see. Hey. What's up, Dana? How you doing? Hold on. I don't even know if this is the right address. This doesn't look right though, you guys. Why don't they have an address? One 8155. I gotta think this is it. It says right here.
Video recording this ride. Proceed.
All right, guys. That was, oh, damn. That was a little messed up, for sure. They got the address screwed up. Luckily, I'm only like 5 minutes away, but yeah, it wasn't right at all. I'm glad it was really close to where I am going. Hey Dana, if you're in here, how is I know you don't really like heavily go into these apps, but how is DoorDash in Boston right now? Just curious. So Josh says, have a big vehicle for Zifty or you won't see anything over 30 bucks. Don't like that. I'm not on Zifty yet. I guess I wonder if I should try and get on Zifty. I should check it out. I should analyze it, but I should wait because I'm doing well with the apps that I like working, the courier apps. But the other apps are such a joke right now. I'm almost afraid to onboard to a new one because I'll just rip it in a review. I'll just rip it apart right now. I feel like I need to wait till there's a little. I honestly, guys, I don't think it'll be a miracle, but I honestly believe that we're about to see some saturation go down. There are already gig workers in my market who are like, I can't do this, and they're going back to jobs and things. So that should open opportunities back up, or we'll see these even fall worse. Who knows? I mean, I guess it's all up to how it works out. But here in Denver, it's always been a good gig market, and there are people who literally, because of the oversaturation levels, they definitely can't work just food delivery anymore. That's a no. You can't make a living on that without working like 100 hours a week and probably just barely skating by at that. So, what up, Yep? We're getting close, Bodie? Are we getting close? Yeah, we're getting close. I like your attentiveness. You're doing a good job, Super B. Should I take this next left? Is this the one? Is this the one? Should I take this? Let's take this. See, Bodie knows. It's great to have an amazing co-pilot. Let's see. What is that damn address again? 5. So over here, 18115 Okay. So we're getting close. It's definitely a neighborhood. It's probably this one with the huge red trash can in the yard, or whatever this is, some kind of mulcher or something. Actually, 18155. Yes, it is. My dog just face planted. You all right, B? You gotta be careful, man. Hang for a minute, okay? I gotta get this. You stay. You stay. But yeah, I'm driving slowly out of here because I'm down south, hoping on a Curri to come through. Kind of troll my way around here a little bit.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Display ride. Display ride, people. You should have a dash cam. And ones that don't upload to the cloud are no good. And I'm not just talking about somebody grabbing it and stealing it. SD cards melt in the sun. They freeze in the winter. I have had multiple dash cams, and ones that, if you do get one that does not do cloud upload, it might come in handy, but it's fairly worthless. because when you need that footage, it might not be there. There can be glitches, all kinds of things. DisplayRide has a built-in has a SD card that you can pull, but it's also full-time uploading to the cloud. So I mean, you don't even need the SD card. I can just tap this button and this. So I'm still waiting to see how everybody thinks they're doing, man. How's everybody doing this week? How's gig work going for you? Give me some chat to make me feel like when you get a chance, put in there how, you put it in any way you want. Amount you've earned, put it in a comparison to the previous 5 weeks. However you want to do it. I'm just curious to know how it's going for you in your market. Yeah, yup, look, I don't even need to be just pushing DisplayRide. All I'll tell you is one that doesn't do cloud upload is a worthless piece of trash. And most of the companies, like on Amazon and stuff, whenever you see a deal on a dash cam, make sure to look them up because most likely they're out of business. This is a weird comment to make, but most dash cam companies are out of business because everything's moving to a cloud type based scenario, and there aren't a lot of dash cam on that yet, but the old dash cam model, people understand, people grab them, they steal them, any of that stuff, and your footage is gone. SD card melts, SD card freezes in the mountain, it doesn't capture your footage, you don't know that it doesn't capture until you hit. They're just all junk. If it doesn't upload to the cloud, don't bother getting one. I mean, maybe get like a $30 one and just keep your fingers crossed that if you ever need the data, that it's there. But count on it not being there. I've needed to pull footage from 2 or 3 dash cams I had prior to this one, and often the footage, maybe even the footage was there, and you couldn't make out enough details to know if it was, like whatever you were trying to see on the footage, often the revealing what you needed it to see. Just most are trash. And don't go by money either. Most of the high-priced ones are trash too. So just, I would just make sure to invest in one that has cloud services. That's me not even promoting it. But if you do use DisplayRide, DisplayRide.com, make sure you put in the code Steve, just my name, STEVE, at checkout, and you'll see $5 a month removed from your bill, and it will stay that way forever. But whatever you do, use a cloud-based one. That's what I'll say. Because do your homework. If you want to use a different one, that's fine. But make sure you're using one that has cloud-based. Without cloud-based, it's trash. And insurance companies, that's another thing too. Without a timestamp behind the cloud-based stuff, insurance companies really won't. They don't care that you're using a dash cam because we all know that there's ways to edit things and make things look like this or that. So look, if you're really good, like Zach was in here, Zach's really good at video editing. So could he take a very poorly recorded dash cam footage and probably splice it and edit it or take out a part? Yeah, he probably could. And so insurance companies aren't stupid. They recognize that, and they recognize the fact that it's worthless for you to send them a video because it's not going to be reflective, and it's not the kind of thing that could hold up in court. I wouldn't worry about like making sure it's 1080i or any of these like that. Who cares? Just make sure that you got one that's capturing at a good rate. It's a clean video, and that it is going to the cloud. If it's not going to the cloud, it's worthless. Only because very likely it's not there. See, this is one of those times. YouTube shows one person in here right now. I'm not sure if that's right. I just think YouTube's wrong a lot. So, yup, it does not. So, what Display Ride does is the dash cam is free. You pay for a monthly service. It is tied to an actual phone number. So, this has its own phone number and uses the data from that phone number to Display Ride. I don't pay for anything. I don't have to install an app, and I don't have to use any portals or anything. All the footage can be retrieved just by pushing buttons on here or emailing if you need a whole lot of data, because they keep a week's worth of data. So they keep a week's worth of your recordings. Usually you need to access it quicker than that. That's why it's a week, because it's also very, you got to remember, it's very expensive to upload this much data to the cloud every second you're driving. But that's on them. You're just paying the monthly service, and I just look at it as, you know, it's a full write-off. It's a complete write-off. The whole thing's a write-off. So, basically, you know, if you know how to do your taxes correctly, you're basically getting the dash cam for free, even the services for free. You know, maybe if you want to do exact math and get down to it, you're paying a couple bucks on it, but the writing off should take care of it. So, and the safety factor alone, I mean, I'm willing to pay for it just because I've had other dash cams, and on two of them I got them on sale. One of them worked pretty good for a while. It was like a clamp on rear view one, and I actually still have that one. It was okay. The footage was horrible, but it didn't freeze or burn out like some of the other ones. Some of the other ones get too hot. The smaller the unit, sometimes they get too hot if they're not cloud uploading, and that's when you see the SD card burnouts. But again, no matter what you do, make sure the company is in business if you're going to buy a dash cam. Make sure they're in business, because most aren't. Most have gone out of business. Yeah, of course. Josh is right on there. I mean, of course, write it off. First of all, write everything off you can. Just don't go overboard. Sergio and I were talking recently about an individual that he knows very well who does Rideshare, who was writing things off properly, like the way that Sergio and I would. The guy got audited in Oregon, state audit, not federal, and he produced the same type of data to his write-offs that I would, and he got fined like $6,000. And they said that's not good enough. We need more detailed information. Like they actually up in Oregon wanted the customers' names for all of his clients for the year on Uber. Well, guess what? Guess what, auditor? We can't get that. Uber doesn't allow us to access that. I don't have that information. Why don't you audit Uber and find out where it is? Because I'd like to have it as well. But it didn't work. And the guy did get fined, and he does have to pay it. I mean, it also depends on your state. If they pulled that crap here, I would get my attorney involved, because I am working within the bounds of the apps. And I mean, at that point, to me, it does fall on the apps, because the apps don't produce you the information you need to properly turn in independent contractor taxes. 100%, Josh. Completely ridiculous. Still with me, baby? What's up? Hi, bud.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Oh wait, hold on. I got a Curri here. Hold on. That worked out perfect. That worked out perfect. I just grabbed a Curri. It's not a long one, but it's a micro Sherman-Williams Center that's kind of between here and going back to my house. And it's a small order, and it's going even, I didn't see exact direction, but it's going towards my house. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. I was about to jump on the highway, but I'll take that. I'll take that all day long, yo. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, yep, exactly. So if you go to displayride.com, and it offers, I mean, there's tons of features in there too. It's all on the website. But if you go there and you get the camera, it's free. You are committing to it to 2 years. However, Abdul, if you decide you don't like it after a few months, I know Abdul well. He offers this to everybody. That if you send the camera back after a couple months, that he would charge people $50 to get out of it early. But if you just say that, you know, that you, if you use my code when you're signing up and then after a couple months you don't like it and you return, right, exactly, the $50 cancel fee, but he'll waive that if you return it in good working order and you use my name in the sign up code. So if after 2-3 months you're like, I don't like this service, you can send it back to him, but you do need to send it back to him working if you've destroyed it. And then also, but so this is where it's a little weird though too, because if this were to die or anything goes wrong with this, he replaces it for free in 24 hours. So if I were to call him and say, Abdul, my display ride's down, I get a new one in the mail in 24 hours. So it's not about that. It's just more about like the working ones. He wants to make sure that he gets them back. That's the big deal. So if people are coming in blindly to the website, signing up and taking a camera in after a month when I don't want it and I'll just keep it and screw you. It's tied to a phone number. There's a chip set in it and all this stuff that actually do cost him some money. And so that's why the $50 cancel fee. But again, if you use code Steve at checkout, you'll get $5 off a month. And you can send it back and just let them know that that I told you about it, and it's just not working out for you for whatever reason. And but again, I've had mine for 2 years. Like, it's awesome, and it's been a lifesaver too. I got to tell you, like, there was a time when like there's been a few incidences, but there was a time when I caught an accident not involving me. I saw a guy hit another guy, and then the truck that hit him obviously didn't have the right paperwork, or whatever, for whatever reason did not want to stick around, so they gunned it, pushed the car forward, and then as they were doing a hit and run on this guy, they shaved the whole passenger side of his car. I mean, they probably did $5 to $8 grand worth of damage. I caught the whole thing, including the license plate, on my dash cam. The guy who got hit's car was inoperable. I hit this button.
A recording from the previous 10 minutes will be sent to the registered phone and email.
So I just sent the last 10 minutes to my phone. I'm looking at it. It just came in. So I was able to hit that, go up to the guy and say, here, let me send this to you. And I sent him the 10 minutes of footage with the license plate and the people on it who were doing it, or who hit him and ran. So I saved his ass is what I did. If you use Steve at checkout, does that bill get sent to? Yeah, it gets sent to you, Josh. It does. You're right. It gets sent to you. No, but I mean, I haven't even done it, guys, to be honest, but what I was told is that you'll see the $5, even the monthly charge, come off when you just type in Steve, so. I mean, I'll tell you guys, I've been doing rideshare since 2015. I've been using dash cams for a long time. And I did, I almost got an Owl cam. I don't know if you guys remember Owl. They went out of business too. And they were, if I remember right, they were the first company to do cloud upload. So there mostly were SD cards and things like that. And Owl actually had a camera where, like, if somebody in the middle of the night touched your bumper or something, the camera would turn on and film them. So if anybody was trying to break into your car or anything, I don't really need that feature. I mean, obviously it would be nice. This one's on all the time when my car's on. Then when I turn my car off, it still records for 2 more minutes. So if you're doing delivery or anything, you can just aim at aim this towards the front door or wherever you're dropping at, and it will record for the 2 minutes you're out of your car. So you'll still be getting that too. But Owl was like $50 a month. So that's a little rich for my blood. I can't. And you had to buy the camera. The Owl camera was like $499. But it was like one of the best dash cams I've seen. I know some people that had it, but they went out of business. So it really sucks if you bought a $500 Owl cam, paid $50 a month for a while, and then they went out of business, and they're just like, sorry. So to me, Display Ride honestly has the best deal going. Even without my discount, it's still the best deal going, because the cloud upload is just what you need to have. And getting footage could not be easier. And even blocks of time, like if you need more than the 10 minutes, like if you were to get deactivated, I don't know if you guys, maybe I haven't said this either. If you get deactivated, they work directly with Legal Rideshare, who I'm very good friends with, Bryant, the CEO and founder of Legal Rideshare. He doesn't take everybody's deactivation anymore. He used to like do a free consultation if you're deactivated, but there were so many deactivations, they were getting bombarded. So at Legal Rideshare, the only ones that they even take anymore are display rides. So if you're in an accident or you get deactivated or whatever, there's an option to have the footage sent directly to Legal Rideshare and to you. So Legal Rideshare will review the footage, and they will contact you, do a free consultation, and then they'll write a letter on your behalf. And I got to tell you that I know the exact percentage of dual, and it's pretty close to 100% of the people who get deactivated get reactivated just from the letter that Legal Rideshare writes on your behalf. So if DoorDash writes you something saying you're deactivated, you don't know why, right? So you're like, what the hell? What did I do? And you've been doing DoorDashes all week, so you're like, which one was it? What did I do wrong? And you're in one of those like true I don't know states. This footage can be sent to Legal Rideshare. They say they have a copy of it. They write to DoorDash that, listen, we're going to take legal proceedings unless yada, yada, yada. It's on their letterhead. And all of a sudden you will find yourself reactivated, because DoorDash, even if you are in the wrong, if DoorDash gets a real legal letterhead, like real Nexus Lexus faxed over legal document that says that we're debating this, or we need more information, they're going to reactivate you even if you were in the wrong. I hate to say that, because there should be a reason why people get deactivated, of course, but it's almost like, again, they're just so overwhelmed, they don't have humans to interface with this. So but if they get a lawyer writing a letter, they're like, oh, just put them back on, okay? Because they don't want any lawyer crap at all. They already have too much on their plate. So if they find out something's coming from a lawyer, no, they'll just reactivate you. And that's been proven with Display Ride time and time again. When people send the footage over to Bryant and his team at Legal Rideshare, and then they go on your behalf with Uber or DoorDash or any of the companies, you're usually reactivated within a day. I mean, it's like one of those things where a lot of times you'll wait like weeks to find out why you're deactivated, or maybe after weeks they reactivate you and you're like, I don't know why I was deactivated, and I don't know why I was reactivated. I don't know what's going on. This bypasses that whole stupid process. Again, it's nice to have some weapons in your arsenal if you need, and just in case you need them, because we all hear about these deactivations. I'm sure a lot of people who claim false deactivation are deactivated with reason, with cause, but at the same time, I mean, there's a lot of people who are deactivated without cause, and this takes away that problem. So what time is it? 1:39. So maybe this and maybe one more. We'll see what I get today. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. I'm tired. And luckily it's nice out. It's a nice day, man. It's sunny, no cloud, barely any clouds. It's 71 degrees outside right now. What's up, B? Wanna come up here? Come on. Probably, Josh, to answer your Curri question about why do so many show up between 1 and 2, probably because, you know, a lot of workers, a lot of crews are getting ready for the weekend, but a lot of crews work on that basis of they have something to finish before they can end their day. So sometimes if they're down, you know, like 40 gallons of paint or whatever it might be, they need to get that ASAP on a hot shot or else they can't start their weekend. So there's a lot of general contractors getting into the app, like putting in hot shot orders. So what do you think, Bodie? What do you think? You think we got 2 more in us or just 1? We've had a good day. We can call it a day after 1. Maybe we can do something with you. You want me to take you out? Want me to go take you running or something? You want to go jump for some ball? This guy can fly, literally. He can jump about, like, his feet can get about, like, 5 feet off the air. And he somehow, like, has this trick of he can, like, twist his body to pause. Like, he needs to wait for a frisbee. He can almost, like, float there. It's pretty wild stuff. I haven't been to this Sherman Williams. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Yeah, no doubt, Josh. This guy, hey, what's up, Cruising Dasher? How you doing? This guy earned some fun today. I think this is gonna be our last delivery of the day. Plus, it's so nice how it's been. Like I said, we got a bunch of snow and stuff, and he loves being outside regardless. But it's been hard to be out because of the weather for me, or not snowboarding in full gear, but. Now that's interesting. That's wild. So they opened up a Benjamin Moore right here, and here's the Sherman Williams. Sherman Williams forever. Screw you, Benjamin Moore. This one is the one that, watch, notoriously, every time I'm here, there's like these, and I'm not dissing on them, but there's these 2 girls that look like together they're about 110 pounds. And they always just kind of look at me, and then they look at the pallet order, then they look at me, and then the pallet order. And they definitely are like, hey, can you take care of that? And I'm like, don't worry, I'm supposed to take care of that. I got it. But yeah, you can see it's a micro center. Very small. So we'll go in here, we'll pick this up, we'll do this last one, and then that'll probably be a day for it.